About 57% of Americans are financially literate. Juxtapose that number to CNBC's 2019 report that only 29% of Americans have financial freedom. Other studies have suggested that 40% of American households struggle to afford food and medical care. For this video, we will be discussing financial literacy for beginners, precisely its benefits, including financial freedom. First, financial literacy is the ability to make informed financial decisions. Further, financial freedom is a monetary stage where you have enough to cover all your expenses and have an active income source to support future living expenses. Globally, financial freedom has been achieved by 24% of the adult population, and meanwhile, 33% of all adults have a healthy relationship with financial literacy. How do these two overlap, and where does it leave the remaining global population? We will tell you 4 benefits of financial education that directly link to financial freedom. Number 4. Active management of finances. Listen, some people have accepted their fate as living paycheck to paycheck. They make no effort to actively move away from the current lifestyle that keeps them where they are. Being financially literate can help you understand that it is time to get a second job or get rid of your SUV for a sedan to help increase your finances. The first step to taking control of your finances is creating an emergency fund for yourself. About 54% of Americans are one healthcare crisis or a significant accident away from being homeless. Having 3 to 6 months' worth of your income stored as an emergency fund is the best way to financial freedom. Similarly, you can also start planning your retirement and find investments that cater to those. Speaking of investments, do you know that 47% of Americans feel bad about their investments? Later, we will share with you the link between financial education and making a good investment with low risk. Number 3. Debt freedom. When it comes to how to be financially free, debt is the number one thing to eliminate in your financial portfolio. To achieve financial freedom, you need a basic understanding of how debts affect your net worth. To illustrate, when you have high interest debts, your balance keeps growing despite commitment to pay, and it could ruin your relationship with money altogether. To break this cycle, you have to actively strive to be debt-free. This is not knowledge that comes free. Only people with good financial literacy would understand and appreciate why their credit card debts need to go entirely before they can get themselves a fancy meal at a restaurant. Thus, having financial education is beneficial for financial freedom. If you are wondering how eliminating debt could come from reinitiating negotiations and prioritizing high before low-risk debts, we will present those concepts to you when we get to your increased earning potential. Number 2. Reduced risk of investment. Risk reduction. Kindly subscribe to this channel for all things financial literacy for beginners. Before we get to your financial literacy guide you when making portfolio choices, as Charles Ellis once said, large losses are forever. In investing, in teenage driving, and infidelity. If you avoid large losses with a strong defense, the winnings will have every opportunity to take care of themselves. And large losses are almost always caused by trying to get too much by taking too much risk. The reduced risk of investment is in the technical knowledge of the investment market. You invest in high-income portfolios, which automatically translates to high risk and high collapse rates. When you choose government-backed investments like stock, the risk is low, but your income is equally low. Knowing what to opt for based on this knowledge of investment and the impact is a consequence of financial literacy. Going into industries that serve your investment purpose and even diversifying your portfolio is accordingly a role of financial literacy. Do you think one can be a successful investor without financial literacy? Maybe by sheer luck and chance. Let us know in the comments. Number 1. Increased earning potential. Lastly, your savings and portfolio earn you more when armed with vital financial literacy. For instance, when you practice the paying yourself first concept, you are stacking up on your investments and savings through automation. Whatever you need, short or medium-term goals could be easily achieved because you correctly understand how to split savings from expenses in the save first and spend what remains context. Ultimately, the places where you are investing your money will also produce lowered risk and maximum earning potential. For example, you know what industries to invest in and where to stay clear of. You will also have a proper negotiation to renegotiate debts and cancel some entirely. For emphasis, if you are investing in cryptocurrency, you will not be swayed by the next tweet from Elon Musk to jump ship from your previous crypto. This would be because you know that the harder your currency falls, the more likely it will bounce up 3 times its last price when the dust settles. Now that you know this, click to watch our next video. 7 best financial education resources to improve beginners' financial literacy. On how to acquire these resources on financial literacy to help you attain financial freedom.